Hello everyone, Adelina here for ellenhutson.com with another video for Planning with Adelina. I'm changing things up this time with a monthly layout instead of a weekly layout using the Voices in My Head stamp set from the latest release. Now, before I started my actual layout in the Canva, I did a practice layout in the Canva practice pad first. I had an idea using the Essentials by Ellen Plaid Maker set for this layout, and I think it actually worked out really great. So you see me using a red pencil to kind of mark where I'm going to start that first row of squares for this layout. And I'm using a new ink by Catherine Pooler called Lemongrass, and I just thought that that was a really fun color for a June layout. Now I learned the first time that I stamped that I needed to press my clear block a little bit harder because there was a spot that was missed when I did that first impression. And so it took me a minute to get a feel for how hard I needed to press to get a nice, good impression for these daily blocks. So once I had the monthly layout completed, I pulled out that Voices in My Head image of that girl with her hair in the bun and stamped that in the top left corner. And then decided that I would use the new Catherine Pooler ink called Queen for a Day to stamp a sentiment that's called Drink Some Coffee, put your hair in a bun and deal with it. That couldn't be more relevant to my life. I drink massive amounts of coffee, and pretty much that's how I approach every day. Then I heat set the ink to make sure I didn't end up with any smudging. And I pulled out some Zig Clean color brushes to start painting her hair. And what I did is just kind of take the dark color, brown, and kind of flick the brush from the crown of her head and from the edges, and then fill in the center with an orange color. And I did that for the part that's closest to her face and then her bun. And what I'm going to do next is just take a large brush and dip it in some water. Not a ton of water because this paper doesn't accept water very well, but just a little, and just use it to blend the colors together. And when using the dark color with this light color, these Zig markers really blend together nicely. Then I took some of that brown and put it on that plastic mat and used it to create her face skin color. And you want to just water it down a lot to get it close to a skin color. I was actually really happy with how that turned out. And then I pulled out a pink one and went to town creating her little flush cheeks, so I thought that was really cute. And again, start light. You can always layer color on, but you can't take it away. And then I heat set that. Once that was done, I came in with a pen and just kind of wrote the days of the week at the top of the calendar, and then filled in all the dates to complete my layout. And of course, I was rushing and made a mistake. You see Sunday twice up there, and later on in the video, you'll notice that I corrected that. I just took some white out and whited that out, and then wrote in the M for Monday. Next, I pulled out the Painted Stripes Essentials by Ellen stamp set and inked it up with that Catherine Pooler Lemongrass ink, and stamped that at the bottom of the calendar just to add another pop of that color to the bottom of my layout. Now once that was done, I felt like it was a summer layout, so she needed a little iced coffee image next to that sentiment. And so I pulled out the Bear Wear 3 set from Essentials by Ellen and stamped a cute little iced coffee drink there. And then used the Zig Clean color markers to color that up. And one of the things that I realized while painting this is, so you'll see me go in and paint the drink, and then once I try to paint the straw with that purple Zig marker, I think that the paper was still a little wet, and even though I had heat set it, and it just started to spread inside the little cup towards the bottom. It's barely noticeable, but it's noticeable to me. So I left it, but I think I'm going to end up going back and die cutting that little cup and putting it over because it's just gonna bug me. I just know it is. So once that was completed, I pulled out my classic block alphas and decided that I would put the name of the month at the top of this layout. And I pulled out a little piece of some 80-pound Nina Solar white cardstock, and I decided to color it up with my life-changing brush and that Catherine Pooler ink in Queen for a Day, so that it would match my sentiment. And I like to do this whenever I don't have the exact color of paper. I just pull out some white cardstock and start coloring it up with whatever ink pad I have that matches best. So once I die cut those letters in my Gemini Junior, I used my dot tape runner to adhere them to the top of my layout, and that completed my layout. So I hope you liked this video. If you did, please be sure to give us a thumbs up. All the products I use will be listed in the description below. Thanks for watching and have a great day.